Now, Donald Trump has been hammering President Joe Biden over inflation, but at the moment, of course, he has his own legal problems to worry about. Today, Wednesday, is the regular day off from his criminal hush money trial, and Trump is set to attend two fundraisers. And while he's back on the campaign trail, his defense attorneys have the day to scour court transcripts, going through the 8 hours that principal witness Michael Cohen was on the stand answering prosecutors' questions, in which he directly connected Trump to the hush money. Now, Trump's attorneys will be resuming their cross-examination of Cohen when he's back in court tomorrow. Joining me now is criminal defense attorney David Oscar Marcus. David, thanks so much for being with us. So if you are Trump's lead attorney, Todd Blanche, what are you doing today to prepare for tomorrow?
Well, they're going to spend the day really digging in about how they want to start tomorrow and end tomorrow. They want to start really strong and end strong. And if I was Todd Blanche, I would start with the question to Michael Cohen, are you an honest person? And then I'd lead him through all of the lies that he's told. And I think I might end with something like, if you were on the jury, Mr. Cohen, would you believe someone who had lied as much as you did? And so I would try to draw out all those lies for the jury.
So Todd Blanche, he asked questions of Cohen for about 2.5 hours so far, but he has yet to ask Cohen about the actual business documents that were allegedly falsified to cover up this hush money. So when do you expect that to happen, and what issues do you think the defense has to highlight to the jurors?
No, it's a really great point. I think the defense needs to drill down tomorrow on exactly that, because they can't make the case about Stormy Daniels. The case isn't about whether President Trump had sex with Stormy Daniels. It's not about whether they paid Stormy Daniels. It's about whether these business records were falsified. So the defense has to tie into that theme and show that these lies are related to the false entries. Otherwise, the defense is going to fall flat. They have to tie it into the false entries, and that's what you're going to see, I think, most of the day tomorrow.
There was so much anticipation for Michael Cohen being on the stand. Of course, he's back on it tomorrow. But if he were your client, how do you think he's been doing under cross-examination so far?
Well, Michael Cohen, despite the tons of baggage, has remained pretty calm. Now, Blanche did score some points, but the defense is going to want to get under his skin. They're going to want to get him angry and talking and off of those rehearsed lines. I might ask him, why did you write the book? Why did you title the book Revenge? And maybe it should have been titled Rehearsed. I would try to stick him with some zingers, because I think you could get him animated, and you want him talking. You want him animated. That's where you're going to get the jury to, I think, dislike him.
And he is the prosecution's final witness. So do you think that by that point, by the time that they're done with him, they'll have proven their case?
Well, they still, this is the big point, right? They have to prove that Trump knew about these false entries, that he was involved with these false entries. They only have Michael Cohen. So it's all going to come down to him. If I was the defense, I'd try to narrow the issues, not make it about the other witnesses, make it about Michael Cohen, and in summation, spend most of my time saying why you can't believe this guy.
Yeah, and to that point, is there a chance that jurors do find that there's evidence that Trump falsified documents to hide information from voters, and still determine that the offenses do not rise to a felony offense in New York, that the alleged crime should have been prosecuted at the federal level and years ago?
Sure. Jurors are told that they'll never be questioned about their verdict, that they can reach a verdict based on anything they want. The lawyers are not permitted to argue things not in evidence or nullification, those types of things. But this is an odd one, because there's going to be that undercurrent of the political prosecution and those types of things. So, the jurors are going to be free to find however they want, and nobody can ever second guess them on that.
All right, another big day back in court in Manhattan tomorrow. David Oscar Marcus, thanks very much for your time and your thoughts today.
Thank you for having me.